See, appreciate you. Thank you, parents, guardians, friends. Appreciate you all being here. This is our last hoorah of the semester of 2024. Once we get done, we're done with the semester. So we're proud that you all are here to celebrate. Many of you celebrated Wednesday with us, with the superintendent and the school board. So those that did that, we appreciate you being there and supporting us. Today, we sit with our graduates, 82 graduates, and nearly 2,100 credits earned. Many of these students earn quite a bit of those credits, not all of them. So we're proud of you, we're proud of your accomplishments, and we really want to give your advisors time to talk. So can we give them one standing ovation real quick?
Good morning. My name is Jessica Montel, and it is my privilege today to speak for Adrian Chacon. I want to first thank Ms. Muller for placing Adrian with me. I remember the first day after I met him, I sent her a message and said, "OMG, I love him." And she said, "I knew you would." So thank you, Ms. Muller. Adrian is just simply one of the kindest souls that I've ever met. He just has a way about him that makes you want to be his friend. He is compassionate and understanding, and he encourages everyone around him. I love to watch him in class have the ability to make friends so easily. He has a heart of gold and is so generous and selfless. I feel so incredibly thankful that I have the honor to be his teacher, even if it was just for a short time. The truth is, it was probably a bit longer than it could have been because Adrian is quite the talker, and so am I. So we had a few conversations that caused him to move a little slower than he could have. But the important thing is he did finish just like he said he would, and he is on the stage today. After graduation, Adrian plans to move back to his hometown of El Paso to start community college. He wants to earn some credits before transferring back to Arlington to finish his college degree, pursuing a degree in cybersecurity. Yeah. Where he hopes to be a successful cybersecurity technician within the next 5 years. Adrian says that his biggest accomplishment in high school is finishing and making new friends. Like I said, if you didn't have the opportunity to make friends with him, you missed out. But I'm sure you could probably come up to him today and tell him you would be his friend and y'all be friends. Some things about Venture that positively impacted his journey were the amazing teachers and staff and the good vibes, and he said he always felt welcome. He would like to thank Ms. Gabby, Ms. Johnson, who is his advisor, and I'm thankful that she let me speak for him today. Ms. Haverly, Ms. Alondra, Mr. Darnell, Mrs. Parsons, Mr. Weeks, and myself, as well as all the front office staff. And most importantly, Adrian would like to thank his mom and great grandma and grandma and his friends. Adrian, I am so proud of you. I hope you stay in touch, and I wish you the very best that life has to offer you. Ladies and gentlemen, Venture's first graduate of the day, Adrian Alberto Chacon.
Good morning. My name is Ms. Stringer, and I am here to proudly introduce my advisee, Luciano Rios. Luciano is part of the Bridge program. He started at Venture 2.5 years ago as a true freshman and is graduating a year and a half early. For those of you who have had the chance to meet Luciano, you know how lucky you are to have known a student who has always always polite, always smiling, and always kind to those around him. There are countless examples of how he brings Venture High School, whether it's helping out teachers, bringing gifts for birthdays, jumping up to hold a door, or translating for our sweet newcomers. Luciano is always there. And we never get tired of hearing his yes ma'ams and no ma'ams. Luciano's friendly presence will be deeply missed in our advisory. I sincerely hope he visits us every once in a while. Luciano doesn't realize how special he is and how much of an impact he has on other people. I hope today allows him to see what a difference he makes to those around him. After high school, Luciano plans to work for a while and then attend TCC in the fall to study and become an electrician. Luciano's biggest accomplishment at Venture is finishing his English and economics classes. He would like to thank me for helping with everything, Mr. Woodson for being so funny, Mr. Omby for being funny, helpful, and nice to him, Miss Ritchie for always being so positive, and Miss Bruton for her encouragement. Luciano would like to give a shout out to Christopher Maldonado for being a great friend. I know. He would also like to thank his mom and dad for convincing him to focus on his schoolwork. Luciano has some advice for everyone. Stay off your phones, ask questions, and stay away from distractions. Luciano, you're a very special person, and I hope you see what everyone else around you sees. We have been so lucky to have you here, and you're going to do great things. Continue to be the honest, smart, and friendly person that we have all grown to love. Our next graduate, Luciano Leo.
Good morning, I'm Mrs. Ritchie, and I am happy today to speak on behalf of Tariq Diamond. I first met Tariq in April 2023 when he was in my English 3 class, and I was fortunate to have him for almost all of English 3 and then English 4 College Bridge. Tariq is always very polite and he was a respectful young man. He's also a reflective person who often took his time completing assignments. Sometimes a little too much time, but I did appreciate his effort. He was also an honorary advisee in my class, often joining my advisory when we play games, which was always fun. He asked me to give his speech today because he was hoping that I would be emotional and cry, but I'm going to try to keep it together because I'm just happy that he is finally here on this stage today. After graduation, Tariq plans to work so he can buy a car, and he plans to go to TCC. In the next 5 years, he plans to have his master's degree in some form of business, as well as a side career in photography. His biggest accomplishment is finishing high school because he never thought he would, which is surprising to me because if you know Tariq, you know he is a very bright young man. He said Venture taught him to open up and express himself because there are individuals here that care about you. It also taught him it's okay to fail, but never stay down. Stand up and persevere. He'd like to give thanks to Mrs. Sarakai, Miss Goodspeed, Mrs. Johnson, his favorite messy teacher, Mrs. Cole, and he said, and the lovely teacher giving his speech. He'd like to give a big shout out to his friend group for staying on him to get it done, specifically Bright, Mari, and Mikhail. He wants to give a special thanks to his family and his mom who believed in him when he didn't believe in himself. Words of advice for everyone, and Tariq always has words of advice. Surround yourself around family and friends who will motivate and support you in school and all aspects of life. Tariq, I know you will always find your people, and I hope you continue to question things, debate different topics, and strive to be your best. Venture's latest graduate, Tariq Diamond. amazing smile. It just kind of lights up the room. That's what's gonna hide it. And a very bubbly personality. Over the course of 2 years, I have seen many sides of Gracie. The one who wasn't the most motivated to get her work done, the quiet one in advisory who barely said hi, then the social butterfly in the hallway who had to be encouraged to get to class and get out of the hallway, as well as the one who takes her time handwriting English assignments, and the one I could always count on to help decorate our door for contests, and quickly change the marquee out in front of the school. It's too bad we didn't get a chance to change the message one more time. It was Gracie did it fast. The side I enjoyed the most, though, is when Gracie told me she wanted to graduate early and thought she could do it. She said, I can do it, Mr. T. And here she is today, graduating a semester early. After graduation, Grace wants to take a little break at home and maybe go to TCC to study psychology or criminology. And in 5 years, she'd like to get her own apartment and have a job in either psychology or criminology. I also encouraged her to get a driver's license. Her biggest accomplishment while at Venture was finishing school. She was impacted by all the teachers' different personalities, being able to actually understand the schoolwork more and the environment overall. She'd like to thank Ms. Parsons, myself, Ms. Beaver, Ms. Bisbee, Mr. Ostrowski, Mrs. Robbins, Officer Gardner, and Mrs. Wicker. She'd also like to give a thank you to her friends, Faith, Kayla, and Kyra. She wanted to give a special thank you to her sister and boyfriend and her mom and dad. And I thank her mom too because she was always there. Some words of encouragement from Gracie. She said, just try your best and keep pushing yourself because a little improvement is still improvement. And Gracie, I'm glad that you took your own advice because you doubted yourself many times. I hope in the future that you don't doubt yourself and know you can always get things done if you choose to. Venture's latest graduate, Gracie Tag.
My name is Victor Perez. I'm not an advisor. I'm a social worker. But I'm speaking on behalf, I have the honor to speak on behalf, like I said, my lady. Like I've been most of you, right? A rotation. But I've been knowing Chriselle for about a year and a half. You know, I got to know her really well because I'm constantly messing around with her friend Michaela. A lot of teachers, you know, Michaela kind of are similar. I was like, hey, but I finally stopped and got it right. You know, even though getting here, there wasn't easy. You know, a lot of ups and downs and a lot of excuses. You know, a lot of, you see this gray hair right here? That's right. But I used to tell them that if you're good at something, you gotta get paid. So make your bullets so you can sell it to these kids so you can have excuses too to get to the teacher. But eventually though, all those excuses, and she went to work. She pushed through, you know, even though we got out there, she came to school, she got it done, and she's here with us on the stage. You know, so I'm really proud of you for all the hard work, not giving up, even though at times, you know, you kind of wanted to, but get through it. And I'm so happy for you, I'm proud of you. And I can't wait to see you be successful in your business. All right? So after high school, she wants to start her nail business, which is really good at days, you know. And eventually open her own salon. In 5 years from now, she also wants to go to college, get an architect degree, and start working, and hopefully have her business up and running. Her biggest accomplishment here at Venture is not giving up on herself, which I think, you know, is one of the greatest things. And definitely here's some positive impact here at Venture. It was her teachers who she bonded with and had the patience with her to help her, even though sometimes she was not the easiest individual to deal with. They never gave up on her. All right. She wants to thank me, Ms. Parsons, Gabby, the front desk ladies for all the snacks, and especially Ms. Johnson, you know, and Ms. Harvey and Mr. Omi for all the dad jokes. So you need to give me some jokes because everybody's always saying the jokes are good. So here they go. She never laughs at my jokes. Alright, so I'm honored to introduce Major Nez graduate, Estelle Madrid.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Doris Moorhead Jones, and I have the honor and the privilege of celebrating and introducing to some of you Mr. Kenneth Cannon. But I met him in the halls, walking, skipping, and spending all this time hanging out with Israel. And so in order to keep him out of trouble, I would bring him into my office and feed him and give him a bunch of snacks. And so we got to talking about any and everything. And I went one day from being Miss Moorhead to Mama Moorhead. So Kenneth has given me a lot of the gray hairs that I have on my head, but he's funny and he's playful. He's emotional and smart. But I remember when he told me that school was not for him and he didn't think that he could finish. So the day that he called me recently and said, it's time, I think I'm ready, I jumped into action and called our superhero, Miss Amber Muller. And she did not waste a minute because I did not want to give him time to change his mind. Kenneth has made us all so proud sitting here today. He has not decided what he wants to do after high school, but whatever he does, he's going to commit to it fully, and he will be successful because he has a team behind him that won't ever let him fail. In the next 5 years, he plans to work in construction, and his goal is to gain whatever tools and skills that he needs so that he can level up. And then one day, he will own his own construction company, and hopefully he will employ me. Kenneth feels that his greatest accomplishment is finishing school and making people proud. And he said, shout out to my brothers and the people that I care about because I did it. When asked who he wanted to thank for their support, he said, I would like to thank all of the staff who looked out for me, who made sure that I did what I was supposed to do, and made sure that I continued to work hard. He said special thanks to Mrs. Muller, Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Haverly, and Ms. B. This would not have been possible without the help from the staff and teachers who helped me and looked out for me. And I thank you very much for making this day possible for me and to Ms. Moorhead. I'm very grateful that you believed in me. Thank you for pushing me to commit and sacrifice in order to finish school. I'm so thankful for you, and this would have never happened without you. But I want you to know that it would not have happened without you listening and asking for help and remembering that you have your family who love you, but you also have your chosen family who love you and will be there no matter what it is that you want to do. We'll make sure you get there. Kenneth wants everybody here at Venture working to earn their high school diploma to know this. You need to work hard and stay down and wait for your turn. And everything is possible. And remember that rainy days don't last forever. So all you have to do is work to get it, and eventually you will reach your goal. So congratulations to you, Kenneth. And remember that your support team is only a phone call away. And after you receive this diploma, I got the biggest steak dinner at the place of your choice waiting for you.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I want Mama Moorhead to come back and do all the speeches from now on. So if you guys will go ahead and stand. And move your tassel from the right to the left.
Friday, everybody. Okay, here's your quote. Stay positive, work hard, make it happen. You're already making it happen because you're here today. And you're gonna do great things, and I will miss faces, and I will miss some of you coming for snacks. I'm gonna have a lot more money because I won't have to buy snacks for you guys. I don't have to worry about dress codes. I'm not saying any names. But truly, you will be missed. I love each and every one of you. You're my heart. You're reasons why I come here every single day. And so come back and visit. I miss the hugs. And just go do what you want to do and be who you want to be and just be proud of yourself because you've done so well. For everybody else, it's a great day. It's almost time for you to go home and go get your little cars and say bye. But for those of you who are coming back in January, you've got a couple of weeks to breathe, relax, regroup, come back with some goals so that you can be here. Because some of you are close, some of you not so close, but you can set goals. Little goals that build to bigger goals, to do great things, so that you can graduate. The biggest thing I want to remind you is that we must be kind to one another. I say this every week, we have such a crazy world that we live in, and you guys are going out into this world. This is your safe place. And you're cared about, and we're trying to show you what it means to be kind to one another, to love one another, to treat people with respect, so that you can take that out into the world and you can change it. Because you are the ones who are going to change our world. How are you going to change our world? Set some goals. Come back with a fire that you're ready to get going, and come to school every day, because some of you don't. And like they said, stay off your cell phones, because those are just evil sometimes. They keep you distracted, and they put your mind in places that they don't need to be. And they keep you from reaching the goals that you have for yourself, and then your friends and your family have for you. So I'm just rambling on because we've got plenty of time and I can talk. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day and has a good break and coming back with a fire. And I'm going to hand it over to Mr.
So, those that saw Wednesday know that I can give a speech. I normally don't give a speech, but I got 30 minutes, so we'll do a speech. Just kidding. I do talk. So, real quick, proud of you guys. You know, Venture, we have as many early graduates as we do late graduates. And what I said Wednesday is Venture is everything for every student. And that's what we embody here. Every one of you had a different story. We helped you. All of you out here, kudos to you, because you could have skipped and went and got your car and went home. So kudos to you. So I have two options. Here's the option I'm going to choose. Is you're going to stay in here with your advisor. Advisors check in with your kiddos. If your kiddo drives, then we can let you go directly to your car and you can have a good Christmas break. Those that do not drive, or you're waiting for a ride, you must stay in here. And then at 11:40, we'll have lunch and buses will come at 12:10. That's what I'm asking you. Don't run the building. Don't go in the building. We still have semester tests going. So the option is to leave early if you drive, but I need you to let your advisor know. Thank you. Have a great day. Appreciate you all.